Long before the skyscrapers, Sao Paulo was a rainforest. The Tupi-Guarani tribes lived off the land, fishing, farming, and worshipping nature in peace. This was a world untouched by the colonialism. By 1500, sails appeared on the horizon. Portuguese explorers stepped onto the shores of Brazil, forever altering the fate of the region. For the Tupi-Guarani, a new chapter, both hopeful and tragic, had begun. In 1554, Jesuit missionaries built a school and a church atop the plateau of Sao Paulo, a tiny settlement with a spiritual mission and a name destined for progress. Over time, adobe huts gave way to cobblestone paths and chapels. Sao Paulo became a rural colonial town, modest, isolated, but growing steadily. By 1701, Sao Paulo was officially recognized as a captaincy of the Portuguese Empire. By the 1800s, coffee was the king, plantations flourished, wealth poured in, and Sao Paulo became the beating heart of Brazil's economy. In 1822, Brazil broke free from the Portugal. Sao Paulo played its part, hosting parades, speeches, and cheers for a new republic born under the tropical sun. By 1850, the smoke of factories began to fill the sky. Sao Paulo's textile industry rose, powered by immigrants, labor, and a hunger for progress. Then, in 1867, the railways came, a lifeline to the coast connecting Sao Paulo to the port of Santos. Goods, ideas, and people moved faster than ever before. By 1880, coffee exports surged and the city transformed. Mansions lined the avenues, immigrants arrived in waves, and Sao Paulo population exploded. In 1891, with Brazil's new republic, Sao Paulo became its capital state. Political power followed economic might, and the city's voice grew louder. By 1900, immigration grew in Sao Paulo. People from many countries, such as Italy and Japan, started pouring into Brazil. These immigrants not only arrived, but also brought their local cuisine to Sao Paulo. By 1920, trams burst, skyscrapers climbed, and streets filled with music and modernity. Sao Paulo had arrived as Brazil's economic capital. In 1932, the people of Sao Paulo rose against dictatorship, demanding democracy with blood and fire. Keep firing! By 1950, Sao Paulo was bursting at the seams, a megacity in motion, crowded, electric, and unstoppable. The 50s was great for Brazil. In 1958, Brazil won its first FIFA World Cup. Sao Paulo erupts in joy. By the 1960s, television sets glowed in every home. Sao Paulo became a cultural powerhouse, shaping Brazil's modern identity.
However, in 1964, Brazil experienced a military coup that ousted the then president and ushered in a 21-year military dictatorship.
Ordem! Dispersar!
However, that did not stop Sao Paulo from becoming a musical and a cultural capital of Brazil. Also, in 1970s, global business landed in Sao Paulo and the city became the headquarters of Latin America's economy. Football was no longer a game. Various clubs, their rivalries and triumphs defined neighborhoods, cultures, and generations. By 1985, Sao Paulo played its part in helping Brazil become a democracy again. Construction boomed, towers rose, and Sao Paulo reached for the sky. After 2000, when the internet arrived, a new generation connected, coded, and clicked its way into the digital future. Tech startups replaced factories. Sao Paulo became Latin America's education capital.
The molecular structure is quite fascinating.
However, the rich-poor divide continued to exist in Sao Paulo. Luxury condos beside favelas, helicopters above, graffiti below. Beauty and struggle lived side by side. Despite all the contrasts, in 2014, Sao Paulo hosted FIFA World Cup opening match, and that is another feather in its cap. COVID-19 locked the city down that never stopped. The streets emptied, hospitals filled, and Sao Paulo stood still. But not for too long. Slowly but surely, Sao Paulo is bouncing back. The future is bright for Sao Paulo. Sao Paulo is not only ready to embrace the future, but also to lead it.